Season 6. Remember, we have 10 contestants left in the academy. Najat is one of the contestants. Najat has an injury, but has been consistently going to the gym, has not missed a day at the gym, and we applaud her for that. And this is what Najat chose to wear tonight. Najat, tell me about your dress, whether this is a dress ulikuwa unavaa before, and why you like this look tonight.
Shukran. Nashukuru sana Lilian kwa kunipa hii fursa. Hili rinda nilikuwa navaa wakati nilikuwa mnene, manake hata ukiangalia huku kunaanguka, na ninaipenda kwa maana ya wakati nenda taarabu nikinengua inabana vizuri.
Ukinengua naona bado hata kama una crutches bado unajikaza na hiyo taarabu yako hiyo kunengua.
Ni kweli Lilian, kuvunjika kwa mwiko sio mwisho wa kusonga ugali. Okay. Lazima ninengue tu, manake hicho ndicho kipaji changu Lilian.
Haya Najat, hebu tueleze, because people are asking, Najat ndio, you know, they can see you have an injury, lakini bado unajikaza, bado unakuja gym. So they are asking this strength, where are you getting this strength from? Ni nini ambacho kinakufanya bado ujikaze tu katika hii competition?
Lilian, mdogo wangu, wewe ni mdogo wangu sana, na nashukuru kwa hii nafasi. Mimi Najat nimelelewa nikiwa yatima, nikiwa na umri wa miaka 10. Kwa hivyo nimezoea kuwa na moyo mgumu tangia utotoni. Wazazi wangu walifariki nikiwa na umri wa miaka 10. Okay. So kuwa na moyo mgumu ni tangu utotoni. Okay. Mimi si mtu wa give up ovyo. Okay.
And Najat, of course your fans are cheering you on, they're celebrating you, they're telling you to keep up the spirit, not to give up. This is her fantastic look for the evening, and what a beautiful gown she has on. So security, please come up here. We're going to weigh Najat before we weigh the other contestants, because she's here with us now. And because of the crutches, we don't want to keep her coming here. And Najat, let me just take you guys back to Najat's progress at week 10. She came into the challenge weighing 117.5. Last week, Najat, you weighed 104.1. Her total weight loss 13.4 kgs. Please help Najat up. So from 104.1 last week, Najat has lost a total of 13.4 kgs. Unfortunately, she was up for possible elimination last week. She, at this week, weighs from 104.1 last week. Najat, you've put on some weight. So this week, Najat, you weigh 105. You've put on a kg, Najat. We wish you all the best in the competition. Remember, the injury has set her back significantly. She is unable to work out because, of course, she is nursing an injury. So before we weigh the other 9 contestants, I will be introducing the faculty to you. These are the professionals that work with our contestants, on our contestants. And let me begin with Lina Njoroge, who is Total Lifestyle Change Center nutritionist, resident nutritionist on Slimpossible. She's been working with our contestants, their eating habits, guiding them on what to eat, what not to eat, breaking it down for them. What is BMI, what is cholesterol, all that jargon that may sound a bit technical has been broken down to our contestants. Also with us is Dr. Kathambana. He is a psychologist. You know, weight loss is, of course, an intense journey. Our contestants have new figures, have dropped up to 18 kgs. How do they cope with their new figures, their self-esteem? How do they, the transformation? Dr. Kathambana will be talking to us shortly. And of course, Olive, an image consultant with us as well. She will be talking to us about just how our contestants should dress their bodies, how they're feeling about themselves, their image going forward, what they need to look out for, what they need to avoid. So let me start with you, Lina. And this week, I want to know what it is that you want us to talk about in terms of diet at week 10 of the challenge. What are our contestants now on officially? People always ask about the Slimpossible diet. We don't have a Slimpossible diet. Our contestants are on individualized eating plans. Lina, break it down for us. What are we dealing with this week? What are our contestants eating? What are they not eating?
You're right, Lilian. We actually don't have a diet. You know, most people think weight loss is about having a diet, and you know, the first few weeks, even for them, you know, after we had the session, we do the BMI, the waist circumference, the cholesterol, the blood glucose levels, and we talk about how to a healthy eating plan. And the first weeks, they were still, you know, like waiting for, okay, so where is the, you know, like a sheet of paper with Monday, I should eat this, Tuesday. And, you know, we had to go through the fact that it's actually a healthy eating plan, and it's very individualized. And this is because all of them are at different weights, age, you know, their metabolism is different. So I always say that diets don't work. So what we've been doing is every week we review their eating plans to see if there's anyone who's struggling with anything, if they have any questions. But I'm happy to say that at this moment, all of them actually, I would say, have, you know, changed their lifestyle, because just on Thursday when we were having a session, trying to remember who was asking for a cookie, and she was, and she was saying, I know how to count calories, so I can eat this cookie and I'll be able to eat the rest of the day and I'll not go over, you know, my calories. And I was like, well done, you know. So it's not about, when you're on a healthy eating plan, you're not on punishment, you know. So it's about knowing how to spread your calories, and if you have a treat, then you know what to do after that. And I'm happy all of them, actually, at this moment, there's no one who can leave this set and, you know, and fail. Okay, anything else, Lina, perhaps that would be of interest to us this week? Probably what would be of interest, this being the month of cancer, you know, one of the things, lifestyle diseases that is very high in Kenya is cancer is very high. And one of the things that I would say is cancer can be prevented. Some types of cancers can be prevented through lifestyle change. What we eat, avoiding foods that are high in saturated fats, avoiding foods that are high in preservatives, eating lots of vegetables and fruits, because fiber helps, you know, the system, and too much alcohol, again, avoiding that. And probably even for people who may be suffering from cancer, or you know, or families that live with cancer, is that cancer is manageable through diet again, and lifestyle. So it's possible to be able to cope with the symptoms as well.
Lina Njoroge, thank you for that. Dr. Katabana, talk to us about our contestants who, like I said, possibly tonight after we weigh them, maybe we'll look at a cumulative weight loss of about 20 or plus kgs lost. This is in 2 months. And then, you know, just people's reactions to these new figures. Some people will be totally negative about how they look. Others will discourage them and say, you know, you lost too much, or you could have lost more. So how to deal with that? Of course, how to deal with self-esteem now that they look smaller, and now that they're probably going to go shopping for smaller clothes. What have you been guiding our contestants on in terms of the to-dos and the not-tos, and how to just cope with this new amazing figures and the attention they'll be getting going forward?
Well, weight loss is a journey, and if you look at them, they're actually smiling. They are feeling a lot better with themselves right now. And this is something that's going to continue as they continue losing weight and continue looking better. They're going to continue smiling. In fact, today we're just talking about how they should react when other people tell them bad things or comment about their weight. And it's always good for people to understand that when people make a judgment about you, you don't have to accept it. You have to value yourself and just leave it alone. So one of the things we've been telling them is that they don't need to let people get inside their skin. Yeah, because if they get inside their skin, then they're controlling them. They'll make them feel bad. They'll make them have bad relationships with themselves, with others, to change their attitude and give them a bad attitude. So these are some of the skills we're continuing to build over and over, that they don't need to let people get into their skin. Yeah. But again, you know, we're talking about total lifestyle change, and so it has to be a complete mental makeover. so that they know it's just not about the competition. It's also when they go there, they have to be completely changed. So that's it. So it's a journey that you're walking slowly by slowly, and I'm really liking the smiles and the faces that you see.
The smiles, the confidence.
Exactly.
Amazing transformation. And I want to get very quickly your thoughts, Dr. on a certain blogger this week came out and wrote an article that was not taken too kindly by the plus size ladies. Mixed reactions. Of course, there are people who thought that she made sense, and then there are those who felt that she was way out of line. So for you, as the professional that's dealing with our contestants, such harsh and blatant talk out there regarding weight issues, how do plus size ladies or people who are struggling with weight issues, whether thin or big, respond to attacks such as those? If at all they're attacks, they could be reality checks. What's your response to that?
I think people will express their views anytime and every time, and they are going to say harsh things. They are always going to say, based on what they feel, whatever it is that they're going to say. I think the first thing that people need to remember is that that is somebody else's opinion. It doesn't really reflect who they are. If you actually have know your self-worth, then other people's opinion should not really matter to you. Because it's actually your self-worth that you're going to be looking at. So yes, people will say whatever they want, but if I'm worthy, then I'm all right. Okay,
good, well said. Dr. Thank you for that. And finally, Olive, Fidelis here talked about her body shape. Tato talked about cinching her waist. So talk to us about just how to dress your body type, you know, in terms of colors and what to accentuate, what to not accentuate. Tell us just how you guided the contestants and just made it easier for them to dress their bodies this evening.
So well, there's very many different body shapes, right? So I think women alone have generally 6 body shapes and variations around the same. So what we took them through was just pretty much find out what their particular body shapes were and then how to dress for themselves. Because, you know, you read all this, there's so much information on the web, but then you don't know how you can make it relate to you as a person. So what I came to find out is when we're doing this body shape challenge or sort of activity, was that a lot of them actually have very nice bodies. Their waistlines are coming back, but then maybe it's because they're not changed their wardrobes yet, so they're still wearing a lot of big clothes. I think they'll remember and they're like, no, hold your shirt close, and you actually see that they actually have waistlines. Most of them do. So it's all about accentuating on the smallest parts of your body. And it's something that I told them, I like to call it skinny bits. You know, skinny bits are the thinnest parts of your body, regardless of your size. You know, so it's your legs, your ankles, your wrists, your neckline, and your waist. So if you want to look leaner and longer, then you want to show off, you know, your 4 skinny bits at any one time.
Okay. Yeah. Great. And going forward, of course, again, just the challenge of a total makeover. It's expensive, so we don't expect our contestants to now just throw away everything and get a new wardrobe. So what to do with the stuff that they previously owned, which doesn't fit anymore?
You know what I say over and over again? Your tailor is your best friend. So get a good tailor. It doesn't need to cost you, you know, I think it starts at like 50 bob for an alteration, up to 1,000 bob depending on where you go, right? So get a good tailor, and then especially for the really good quality clothes that you really value, cinch those in, and then for the others you can discard them and start buying clothes one by one. By the time you're done with them, or by the time the season is over, they'll have learned exactly what they need to buy that complements their skin tones, that works with their body shape, so at least when they start shopping and they start, and that also works with their work environment. So when they start building on their wardrobes, they'll know exactly what they need to get.
Okay, and final question, Olive, color, and you know, the misconception that bigger ladies should stay away from color. How true is that? A lot of people wear black. I wear black a lot. Actually, I need to stop. So why the misconception that black is slimming? Does black slim us?
I wear black all the time as well. No, it's because black absorbs light, right? So when you look at something that's black, your eye goes from the outside in. White reflects light. So when you look at something that's white or bright, your eye goes from the inside out. So that's why it will make somebody who's wearing black generally look narrow, because of just how your eye looks at the particular color. But then when it comes to dressing for your body and dressing for your body shape, it's all about prints and accentuating on your smaller parts to camouflage your bigger parts. So it's not that you have to be in black all the time. Just get the right prints that will sort of play on the eyes, so it doesn't like focus on your hips or focus on your bust, you know. So it sort of balances out your body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for that, Olive. So we've been talking to the faculty, and so much we're learning on Slimpossible Season 6. We're going to start weighing the contestants now. Remember, we have an elimination this evening. 10 contestants remain in the challenge. We just weighed Najat. I want to start with Zilpa, Monica, Florence, in that order. Mary, Masharia, you know the drill. Let's get to weighing you. Remember, our elimination is based on cumulative weight loss, and therefore the contestants that lose the least weight usually are up for possible elimination. Zilpa, let's weigh you from 112.4 last week. Zilpa, from 112.4 last week. Tonight, you weigh 112.2. That's from 112.4. Tonight you weigh 112.2, so just 2 grams there lost. So cumulatively 11.9 kgs lost. Monica, last week you weighed 142.9. Please step on the weighing scale, Monica. From 142.9 last week, Monica, this week you weigh 144.3, so you've put on at least 2 kgs this week, Monica, from 142 to 144. So your cumulative weight loss 12 kgs. You have lost some weight there. Up next is Florence, right? Yeah, Florence, last week you weighed 103.7. We hope you've come below the 100 mark, fingers crossed. Or if you've not, at least I'm sure you're almost there. Tonight, from 103.7 last week to 102.9. 102.9, good stuff. So cumulatively, at least 14 kgs lost. Mary Masharia, 94.7 kgs as of last week, am I correct? Yes, 94.7. Okay, well, let's see what you weigh. She's one of our biggest losers, having lost at least 16.5 kgs in 2 months. So this week, from 94.7 to 92.4, you've lost 2 kgs. Cumulatively, 2.4 kg, well, 2.4 kgs this week. So cumulatively, Mary Masharia has lost 18.9 kgs, almost 19 kgs lost. Congratulations. Esther Mulumba, 83 kgs last week. Please step on the weighing scale. 83 kgs last week. This week, 82.7. Good stuff. At least 3 grams. Congratulations. Congratulations, my dear. You have done well. So cumulatively, 7.8 kgs lost. Fidelis, from 104.6 last week. Please step on the weighing scale. 104.6 last week. Fidelis too. From 104.6 to 105.4, so almost a kg you've put on some weight. So cumulatively, we will say you have lost 8.4 from 9.5 because you have put on some weight, Fidelis. But all the best. Achieng Oyugi, 124.2 last week. She is our biggest loser in the challenge. Cumulatively, 18.1 kgs lost as of last week. So from 124.2, Achieng, let's take a look at how you're faring. From 124.2 last week to 124 flat. So those are 2 grams, meaning 18.3 cumulatively lost. Olive 10, 112.8 last week. Olive, please step on the weighing scale. 112.8 last week to 112.6. So 2 grams lost. So 14.2 kgs cumulatively lost. And finally, Evelyn, 105.4 last week. Evelyn, this week, let's take a look. From 105.4 this week, Evelyn Wambua, 104.8. Okay, so 14 kgs cumulatively lost. All right, Lena, before we take a break, I want to get your thoughts on what is happening and why grams and not kgs this week. Maybe you could respond to that. Remember, this is 2 weeks into the challenge. Are we expecting to see more of this?
You see, as they continue to lose weight, they actually have to watch their diet even more strictly, because even as they exercise, the body reaches a place where it plateaus, you know. So they have to work hard at their exercises, and then they also have to be very keen in terms of the calories that they put in. So if they don't burn as much more calories than what they're putting in, that's why you're seeing now the grams, you know, they're not losing much, they're just losing grams. So they really need to work really hard and watch exactly, you know, the diet as we have talked. And it's always all about the calories in and calories out. So the more calories you burn, the more weight you will lose.
Okay, contestants, remember this is crunch time, and elimination tonight is happening. So when we return, we find out the contestants that are staying to compete for the 1 million cash bounty and the contestants that will be leaving the academy this evening. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hashtag is Slimpossible6.